welcome to story time and happy Thanksgiving. Our first book is In November by Cynthia Rylant. In November, the earth is growing quiet. It is making its bed, a winter bed for flowers and small creatures. The bed is white and silent, and much life can hide beneath its blankets. In November, the trees are standing all sticks and bones, without their leaves. How lovely they are, spreading their arms like dancers. They know it is time to be still. In November, some birds move away and some birds stay. The air is full of goodbyes and well wishes. The birds who are leaving look very serious. No silly spring chirping now. They have long journeys and much watch where they are going. The staying birds are serious too, for cold times lie ahead. Hard times, all berries will be treasures. In November, the animals sleep more. The air is chilly and they shiver. Cats pile up in corners of barns. Mice pile up under logs. Bees pile up deep in deep earthy holes. And dogs lie before the fire. In November, the smell of food is different. It is an orange smell, a squash and pumpkin smell. It tastes like cinnamon and can fill up a house in the morning, can pull everyone from bed in a fog. Food is better in November than any other time of the year. In November, people are good to each other. They carry pies to each other's homes and talk by crackling wood stoves, sipping mellow cider. They travel very far on a special November day just to share a meal with one another and to give thanks for the many blessings, for the food on their tables and the babies in their arms. And then they travel back home. In November at Winter's Gate, the stars are brittle. The sun is a sometimes friend, and the world has tucked her children in with a kiss on their heads till spring. I noticed it's getting kind of frosty and icy out on the windows and the roofs of cars and houses lately. Have you seen that outside in the mornings? It means winter's getting closer. I have a turkey on this board, and this turkey has two different colors of feathers. What are those colors? What do you see? What is this one? It's red, and this one is yellow. You're right. So I think they're in a pattern. Let's see if we can figure out what this pattern is. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. Good job. Now what if we mixed them up and started with yellow? Put that one on the end. Now what do we have? What's the pattern? Can you say it out loud? Yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. Good job. Now let's count the feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 feathers on this turkey. Turkeys are a really funny bird. They have really long necks that wobble around when they walk and gobble. I have a little rhyme. The turkey is a funny bird. Its head goes wobble, wobble. Can you do that? Wobble, wobble. And all it knows is just one word. Gobble, gobble, gobble. So let's do it again together. The turkey is a funny bird. Its head goes wobble, wobble. And all it knows is just one word. Gobble, gobble, gobble. That's a fun one. You can share that with your family on Thanksgiving if you'd like. Our next book is The Thankful Book by Todd Parr. Every day, I try to think about the things I am thankful for. I am thankful for my hair because it makes me unique. I am thankful for my ears because they let me hear words like, I love you. I am thankful for my garden because I like to watch things grow. I am thankful for my shadow because it makes me look taller. I am thankful for bubble baths because they keep me squeaky clean. I am thankful for underwear because I like to wear it on my head. I am thankful for my friends because they make me smile. I am thankful for my pets because they keep me warm. I am thankful for vacations because I get to see new people and places. I am thankful for walks because they are special times for just you and me. I am thankful for my hands because they help me give special gifts. I am thankful for my feet because they help me run and play. I am thankful for music because it makes me want to dance. I am thankful for colors because they make me want to paint. I am thankful for school because I love to learn new things. I am thankful for the library because it is filled with endless adventures. I am thankful for healthy food because it keeps me strong. I am thankful for the fall because I like to jump in the leaves. I am thankful for winter because I like to build snowmen. I am thankful for hugs because they make me feel good. I am thankful for kisses because they make me feel loved. I am thankful for the holidays because they bring my family together. There are lots of things to be thankful for. Try to remember some of them every day. Our next book is called Thank You, Amu. On the corner of First and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. What a delicious stew, Amu said. Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had. With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block, until, knock, someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw a little boy. "Little boy," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell," the little boy replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." Stew," he sighed. "That sure sounds yummy." Amu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. "Would you like some?" The little boy nodded. And so Amu spooned out some of the thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," the little boy said, and went on his way. With that, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, the thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door and down the hall toward the street and around the block until, knock, knock, someone was at the door. When Amu opened the door this time, she saw a police officer. "Miss Police Officer," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell," Miss Police Officer replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ah, stew," she said, and her mouth watered. "That sounds mighty tasty." Amu thought for a moment. "There is still enough to share. Would you like some?" The police officer nodded. Once again, Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," the officer said, and went on her way. And so, for the second time, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door and down the hall, down the street, and around the block until knock, knock, knock. Again, someone was at Amu's door. This time, when she opened it, she saw a hot dog vendor. "Mr. Hot Dog Vendor," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell," Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ooh, stew." The vendor licked his lips. "That sounds quite delectable." So Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Amu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker, even the mayor stopped by. And each time they knocked, Amu shared. Soon the sky darkened and the street lights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Amu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. Amu sniffled. "There goes the best dinner I ever had." Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until knock, 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 knock. Who could that be? Amu wondered. Then she opened her door and saw the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, cab driver, the doctor, actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the baker. Why, everyone she fed today was at her door. "I'm sorry, everyone," Amu sighed. "My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share." The little boy tugged at Amu's sleeve. "Don't worry, Amu. We're not here to ask. We are here to give." The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roasted chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Amu with something special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Amu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Amu's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love. That dinner was the best she ever had. Thank you, Amu. Our next story is a song, so if you know the song, you can sing it. It's Over the River and Through the Woods, a Thanksgiving poem by Lydia Maria Child. And this one has been illustrated by Christopher Manson. Over the river and through the wood, to grandfather's house we go. The horse knows the way to carry the sleigh through the white and drifted snow. Over the river and through the wood, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes and bites the nose as over the ground we go. Over the river and through the wood to have a first-rate play. Hear the bells ring, ting-a-ling-ding, hurrah for Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the wood, trot fast, my dapple gray. Spring over the ground like a hunting hound, for this is Thanksgiving Day. Over the river and through the wood, and straight through the barnyard gate. We seem to go extremely slow. It's so hard to wait. Over the river and through the wood, now grandmother's cap I spy. Hurrah for the fun, is the pudding done? Hurrah for pumpkin pie. And the words for the song are in the back of this one. Our last book today is Bear Says Thanks by Karma Wilson. All alone in his cave, Bear listens to the wind. He is bored, 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 and he misses his friends. I could make a big dinner, a feast I could share. But he looks through his cupboard, and the cupboard is bare. The mouse stops by with a huckleberry pie, and Bear says, thanks. Bear says, goodness me, a delectable pie. But I have made nothing, he adds with a sigh. Then they hear, hi-ho, and they both see Hare with a big batch of muffins at the door of the lair. Hare hurries in from the cold, rushing wind, and the Bear says, thanks. Of course, says Hare. Then he points to the door. Here comes Badger, he's got even more. Brr, says Badger as he tromps inside. He sets down his pole and he smiles real wide. I'm back from a stroll at the old fishing hole. And Bear says, thanks. Then Gopher and Mole tunnel up from the ground. We have warm honey nuts, let's pass them around. There's a flap and a flitter and a flurry in the din when in flutters owl with raven and wren. We have pears from the tree and herbs to brew tea. And Bear says, wait. Bear mutters and he stutters and he wears a big frown. Bear sighs and he moans and he plops himself down. You have brought yummy treats, you are so nice to share, but me, I have nothing, my cupboards are bare. Mouse squeaks, don't fret, there's enough, dear Bear. You don't need any food, you have stories to share. His friends hug him tight, it will be all right. And the Bear says, thanks. They lay out their feast on a quilt on the ground, and the Bear takes a seat while his friends gather round. In a cave in the woods, in a warm, bright lair, the friends feel grateful for their good friend Bear. They pass around platters, they tweet and they chatter. And they all say, thanks. Thank you for joining me for this week's story time. We'll see you again next time. Bye.